All right. Yeah, very proud of our guys. They kept fighting. Look, it wasn't a pretty win at all by any stretch of the imagination, but we'll take a an ugly loss over a pretty. Rephrase that. We'll take a ugly win over a pretty loss any day of the week, and we had multiple chances to put the game away. We had bases drunk twice, one out. We didn't get it done. That's really the only disappointing thing all night to me. And but proud of our guys. They kept fighting. They stayed in it. And we hadn't won a midweek game at home in quite some time, if at all year. So that was big to get that. I don't think we've had a walk-off. I don't count the 10-run rule walk-off. Those are walk-offs right there. And, I thought Joey Wittig, in his first start, I thought his stuff was pretty good. He had the guy eating out of his hand. He had a 0-2 count or 1-2 count. Tried to go change up away, got too much of the plate, and the guy drove it out of the yard. He's their best hitter. He's got 8 home runs. He did what good hitters do, and unfortunate for Joey. And we decided to make the move after he seen the lineup one time and went with Landon. And, Landon's short career here, he hasn't been great out of the bullpen. He's better as a starter, but he was electric tonight. He was pumping strikes at a high rate. He had multiple pitches working. His breaking ball was working, and probably would not have made a move. He was cramping really bad in both of his calves. Coop and Dan went out and checked on him, and when we decided to go with Kreider, he was like, "Coach, both my calves are cramping. I can't even get over to first." And when we need a punch out, Kreider's the guy, and he had the guy again. 0-2 or 1-2, and credit that hitter. He made a mistake, and he drove it in the gap and tied the ball game. That happens, and. I thought Thomas Allen was electric. He's just been doing it all year long and continues to do what he does, and he was fantastic tonight. Proud of our guys to, obviously Cade got the solo shot, Zeb got the 3-run homer, really good swings, and we're off to the races early, but, Central stayed with it, tied the ball game, and we needed a game like this, and we needed to win a game like this. Colby with a hard 90 down the line, and we review it. Unfortunately, it goes our way, and we get him to third base on a pass ball, and Trey comes up, and I firmly believe they were pitching around him. I think they were trying to put him on base, and we gave him the 3-0 green light, and he probably hit the softest ball he's hit in his entire career, and it wins the ball game for us. So whatever. I don't think the young man would have thrown Colby out. He had to go glove side, and he kicked it, but I don't think there was any chance. I just went out and told Colby if we hit a missile, don't go because we got 2 good hitters coming up. I figured they would have walked Mexico, and but we had Coates coming up after him, and even though it wasn't pretty and it was an ugly game for the most part, I really felt confident the entire night. I just felt like, especially when Thomas went 6 up, 6 down. I was like, if we could get one man on, I feel like we could have won the game, and we did. And we needed this in the worst way. And that's 4 straight wins for us. We're playing good baseball. And again, I just can't say how proud I am of the guys. I didn't even know this until I just looked at the box score. We didn't walk a guy all night. We had 12 punch outs and no walks. And you can't say enough about our pitching staff to not issue a walk the entire night. Just really, really proud of them. For attacking the strike zone, and again, just for our hitters, it can get frustrating. I played the game, and anybody that's hit at a high level, when you're not getting your hits, and I know we crushed some balls to the outfield, and they just didn't hit the gap, or they didn't get out of the yard, and it can become frustrating. Trey was frustrated, and he's been on fire, and he's been crushing balls. Wind's been blowing in, and but he found a way to put a ball in play and get it done for us. The only thing I'm disappointed is, again, we had multiple chances, bases loaded, 1 out, just to move the baseball. We talked about it before the game, and we weren't able to do it. I think we could have put the game away, and it happens for a reason. Maybe we needed this game. Maybe we needed a hard win and an ugly win to keep this thing going. But if you're going to be a great team, you're going to win championships, you're going to go to regionals, you got to win these type games. So very, very proud of our guys for finding a way to get it done.
Last year, didn't see a whole lot of him, obviously a true freshman.
Yeah.
You mentioned this year he's been one of your aces. What do you feel like has maybe allowed him to just come out there and be effective, pump strikes, get ahead of count?
Yeah, well, his arm was really turning tonight. He's had his moments where he hadn't been great. We've challenged him. I know Coach Fouts has challenged him a couple times, and I thought his arm was turning at a high level. I mean, the ball was exploding out of his hand, and he was able to land his breaking ball. That's his bread and butter. I mean, he has a special overhand curve ball. You don't see that a lot in today's game. You don't see the true overhand 12-6, and he's got it. And I thought he was doing a great job, especially against their left-handed hitters. But I just think he has stuck with it, and I think he again, it's all about commanding the baseball and when you don't walk anybody. And he was feeling it. He got in a groove and he got in a rhythm. And again, if he doesn't cramp up, I'm not taking him out of the game. But it was unfortunate for him. He had to come out. He was kind of hobbling there at the end of the game, and we didn't want to give up a big hit with him not being 100%, even though he ended up getting a hit. But Nate's been good for us. Look, the guy did a great job. He missed his spot, and the guy drove the ball in the gap. And but very, very, very proud of Landon. We've challenged him a couple times this year, and he answered the bell tonight. Yeah, I feel pretty confident we're going to win the game, and it went 3-0. Again, I think they were obviously pitching around him because he can be really dangerous, and he can get underneath baseballs really simple and drive it to the outfield. And he looked right at me, and I gave him the go-ahead. Yeah, swing. If it's there, let's go. And when you give Trey the green light, he's going to swing. I mean, he's going to cut it loose. And again, I think it wasn't the greatest pitch he's ever swung at, but he got enough of it. He moved the baseball. That's what we tell our guys, and we talked about it before the game. If runner at third, less than two, just move it. Move it. They got to make a play. You got a drawn-in infield. You got a guy with tremendous power, and he's a good hitter. And he got enough of it to, make the guy have to move to his glove side, and he ends up kicking it. But look, I don't think he has a chance to throw Lunsford out. And great job by Lunsford reading that. And taking off immediately on the down angle as soon as he saw the ball. Wasn't hit very hard.
Look, I think you moved Cade to the leadoff spot. I think March 4th. He's reached base every single game since then. I think he's only got 4 punch-outs in that span.
Yeah.
What do you like about him? Just kind of set the tone for you guys. Obviously, again, the solo shot tonight. But what do you like about him? Just set the tone at the top.
He gets on base. I think he leads our team. I'm pretty sure he leads our team in walks. I know our coach does. Okay, so. He had 17 coming into the night. He had the big homer. He's got power, and one thing about Cade is he fights. I mean, it's you can get 2 strikes on him. He's going to foul pitches off. We talk about if you're the 9-hole hitter, you should have 8 at bats when you come up to the plate. If you're watching the game and paying attention, you should already have 8 plate appearances. And I think Cade does that for our hitters. I think he can take it deep into counts. He knows the strike zone as good as anybody on our team, and he takes his walks. You saw him there in the 7th or 8th. He can lay down a bunt. We challenged it. He was out, but it was a banger. And when he gets on, he makes things happen. He can steal bases. He knows the game. He plays the game the right way. He plays extremely hard. And I just like the fact that the reason we moved him up there is that he gets on base. I mean, he finds a way to get on base, and he has the pop, too. He can drive the ball out of the ballpark, as you saw tonight. Yep. Quality at bats. Look, and we talked about it all year. I thought, Saturday and Sunday in Mobile, I thought we had extremely great at bats. Great at bat ain't about getting a hit. It's about seeing pitches. It's about fighting. It's about grinding. And I thought we did that Saturday and Sunday. If you revert back to last Tuesday against Lamar, I think we panicked a little bit. I think guys were trying to do a little bit too much. These guys don't want to let these people down, man. I said it last night at our show. I've seen it a lot. Baseball is important here, and we get a lot of people that support us, and these kids don't want to let these people down. And I think sometimes you start panicking a little bit. You want to do a little bit too much, and you want to hit a 3-run homer when you don't have anybody on base. But I thought all weekend long against Delaware, I thought we had quality at bats. Our walks to K ratio all the weekend was phenomenal. I don't have the number in front of me, but I mean, I would think it would be two 2-1 easy. Walks, HBPs over Ks. We didn't strike out very much. We took our walks, and we have the chance to have a long lineup. I know if you're the average fan, you're looking up at the averages, and it might not look great, but averages, I like to say, are the devil. If you hit the ball hard, you win. And we got some guys that have been crushing some balls, and they're getting themselves into advantage counts, and they're taking great swings. Trey's the worst. He's like I was as a player, except I wasn't as good as him. If he doesn't hit a ball in the gap or hit a home run, he goes crazy. He gets upset, but he hits the ball hard, and that's what you try to tell him, dude, you're crushing the ball. Stay with it. And I just think the difference is we're having good at-bats. We're taking pitchers deep into the count. We're getting their pitch count up. We're taking our walks. We're taking our HBPs. And when you got traffic on the bases, even if you don't score, you're adding pressure to that arm, and you're adding pressure to their bullpen. And I think that's been the biggest difference is just the quality of at-bats we're having.
To that point, I don't think Mexico's 0 for 4 really indicates just
exactly.
He's seeing the ball right now, and I know he's still looking for the
yep.
homer, but just what are you just kind of preaching to him of, hey man, just keep going up there and doing it?
Well, he's a good hitter. This weekend I thought he had the best swings of everybody the whole weekend. He takes his hits, and I think it's mature on his part because he's a lot like Trey. He wants to hit homers. I want him to hit homers too, but he's not getting frustrated about it as long as he's having good at bats. And I thought all weekend long his swing looked good. He was crushing balls, and he reminds me a lot and reminds everybody that this is about the time he started going last year, and he didn't hit his first homer, I think, until about this time last year. And they'll come, but even if they don't, I think he's just been doing a phenomenal job of putting good swings on the ball and getting himself in advantage counts. And he takes his walks too. He's kind of hobbled with the knee and a little bit of an ankle, but right now when he's at the plate, you feel confident that he's going to put a good swing on it and have a good at bat.
Obviously, a launch pad and Las Cruces coming up here. I guess just how much confidence are you kind of going in knowing that your offense is probably going to get a lot of opportunities here?
Yeah, I think Coates is the only guy on the team that went there 2 years ago. The thing I'm concerned about, we have to be mature because it's different. It's like playing baseball in outer space. I mean, they'll see when we go to practice Thursday night, balls are going to go. I mean, it's crazy. And, the concern is they're used to it. New Mexico State, it doesn't bother them. They know they're going to give up homers, and it does not bother them. We have to be mature, not to get in the routine of, I got to drive the ball out of the ballpark. If you hit the ball square and you hit it in the air, it's going. We just need to continue doing what we're doing, and that's having good at bats. And if we square balls up and they get in the air, they're going to go out of the yard. And that's the challenge to me as a coach and our coaching staff is, can we be mature enough not to go out there and get out of what we're doing? But it's definitely a different atmosphere. It's probably the most hitter-friendly atmosphere you'll ever play in. So we're playing good right now. Again, that wasn't pretty tonight. It was a win. But I like the way we're playing, and I like the way our energy is. And our main thing is one game at a time, one pitch at a time, and keep going. All right. Thank y'all. Appreciate it.
I know he was joking, but I have to imagine that's probably the shortest walk-off you've ever had.
Yeah, I've had a couple. That's probably the softest ball I've ever hit, but we take them. That's fine.
When Coach said, like you said, you felt like they were pitching around you, I guess what's the key, like you said, of maybe having that discipline of just knowing, hey, I just gotta put the ball in play here. I don't need a 400-foot bomb right now.
You just got to kind of stay true to the hitter you are. I know I can hit it hard, but the game calls for just to ball in play right there. So if it gets in play, you pretty much win. So.
I'd say Coach Wells, he's challenged us over the last, week and a half, and we came together, as a team and decided that we need to be better, and we've kind of shown that lately. So.
Coach said that he really likes the idea that you get on base consistently as kind of that leadoff guy. How much pride do you just take it of, making sure that you're kind of setting the tone of that lineup and just getting on base first and foremost?
I mean, it's pretty easy for me because I know if I get on base, you got Trey, you got Colby, you got all the guys behind you, the whole lineup basically, that they're going to get the job done and probably score me, within the first two guys. So it takes a lot of pressure off me, kind of knowing those guys are behind me and just trying to do my job.
In the fall, did you guys see this level at a Fontenot? I'm curious, was he dealing at this level? What did you guys see him kind of switch that up?
I wouldn't say he did as good as he did now. He kind of just flipped a switch and just kind of found it, and I'm not complaining because I love it.
Yeah, he's definitely he competes really hard. So I don't really have any worry when he comes on the mound. I know he's going to compete and do what he can do.
Like Coach said, bases loaded twice tonight, weren't able to bring any home. What do you feel like is the key in those moments where, again, all you have to do is just move the ball, just kind of make a play pretty much? How do you kind of get offense in general, kind of get those moments on your side?
I'd say slowing it down. Just knowing what you have to do and just slowing the game down and just trying to put a ball in play and score that guy.
How big was it, obviously, like he said, to just kind of snap like the midweek skid that you guys have been just having here recently?
It was big. We needed to win bad there, and a win like that kind of gets us going. Kept us in it the whole game. We weren't ever out of it, so tie ball game the whole time. We're glad to come away with that one. It's big for the fans and for us. Just stay with us and keep playing the game we know how to play because we're good enough to beat anybody in the country right now, so just got to stay hot.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.